Every year, millions of people die from cardiovascular diseases, cancer, lung diseases, type 2 diabetes and other chronic diseases. And hundreds of millions of healthy years people could have spent on this earth are lost to these illnesses. A large number of these deaths and lost years can be attributed to eating an unhealthy diet, meaning they are preventable. Significant non-dietary risk factors include smoking, alcohol use, air pollution, and low physical activity. There is a lot of information on how to improve one's diet found online, with diet recommendations ranging from raw vegan diets to the carnivore diet. Many recommendations go in the right direction, like eating less or no trans fats, red meat, and sugar. Some are horrible, including those pertaining to various low-carb fat diets. Let's see which dietary changes really help prevent these deadly diseases, according to the Global Burden of Disease study. You will be surprised. Remember to subscribe to our channel. The Global Burden of Disease study is a world-encompassing effort to understand and analyze the prevalence of various diseases and injuries and their risk factors. Here we will look at certain chronic diseases and their dietary risk factors, which is just a small but very impactful part of the study. The deadliest chronic diseases in terms of numbers are cardiovascular diseases like coronary artery disease and strokes, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and lung diseases. The deadliest dietary risk factors pertaining to these diseases are, in order of severity, a diet high in sodium, a diet low in whole grains, a diet low in fruits, low in nuts and seeds, in vegetables, in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, in fiber, in polyunsaturated fatty acids, in legumes, and a diet high in trans fats. So let's start with some hands-on steps you can take to improve your health. A diet high in sodium is the number one cause of death attributable to diet. Most of these deaths arise from high blood pressure caused by excessive sodium intake. High blood pressure plays a direct role in cardiovascular diseases, but also affects kidney and liver health and many other organs, increasing the risk for type 2 diabetes and many other health complications. Here are some actionable steps. Do not add salt at the table. If you use it to flavor your meals during cooking, use it sparingly and try to replace it with herbs and spices. The taste for salt is adaptive. You will acquire the taste for no or low salt meals with time. Commonly eaten foods high in salt are bread, cheese, most processed foods, and all restaurant and fast food. There is no need to abstain from these foods completely, but they should not be part of your daily diet. Diet low in something. The 2nd through 8th cause of death attributable to diet are all described by the pattern diet low in something. This means that no restrictions are necessary to implement the following dietary changes. You just need to add various foods to your diet, which offers the opportunity to try new foods and new recipes. The 2nd leading cause of death attributable to diet is a diet low in whole grains. This is pretty straightforward. Eat more whole grains. Intact grains, which are not processed to become flour products or pasta, offer extra health benefits. Wheat, rye, millet, oats, brown rice, amaranth, sorghum. There are so many different grains to try. The next one is a diet low in fruits, as in whole fruits, including berries, not as juice, okay in homemade smoothies. Shouldn't this one be easy? Sadly, accessibility issues and low-carb misinformation really stand in the way of this simple and, may I say, tasty dietary change to save millions of lives around the world. The 4th leading cause of death attributable to diet is a diet low in nuts and seeds. Another tasty solution, in my opinion. You don't need to eat a lot, just about 30 grams of different nuts and seeds will suffice. For omega-3 fatty acids, walnuts, chia, flax or hemp seeds should be included. Walnuts and ground flax seeds offer incredible health benefits. Eating a variety of nuts and seeds helps cover various minerals like calcium and zinc. The next one is already well known, a diet low in vegetables. We all know or should know that vegetables are super healthy. especially green leafy vegetables. Including more vegetables into one's diet is not as easy as the other dietary changes mentioned before, but humans are inventive. You can cook them, steam them, bake them, or air fry them, and you can find a lot of resources online on how to add more vegetables to your meals, like hiding them in the sauce or making some good soup. The next two causes of death attributable to diet are less straightforward: a diet low in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids and a diet low in fiber. But we can easily translate this to foods we should consume. The short-chain omega-3 fatty acid, ALA, is found in plant foods, with walnuts, chia, flax and hemp seeds being the best sources. ALA can be transformed to the long-chain omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA by our bodies. But this process is not always reliable, it seems. To ensure an adequate omega-3 status and omega-3 to 6 ratio, you can take a blood test. You can take this blood test once or a few months after major dietary changes to ensure you have and continue to have great omega-3 and 6 blood levels. The long-chain omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA are found in fish, but covering your needs relying on fish has many major downsides. You can take a yeast or algae-based supplement instead. Coming back to fiber, the translation to foods to eat is quite easy: whole plant foods, vegetables, fruits, especially berries, starches, intact grains and legumes. Berries and legumes are the best source in terms of fiber per calorie. Intact grains and legumes are the best source in terms of fiber per amount of food. The eighth cause of death attributable to diet is a diet low in polyunsaturated fatty acids. If we follow the steps to avoid the causes 2 through 6, especially number 4, nuts and seeds, and 6, long-chain omega-3s, we easily get these polyunsaturated fatty acids. If you are using animal fats or tropical vegetable oils to cook, it might be a good idea to switch to other vegetable oils, or better, to none. The next cause of death attributable to diet is a diet low in legumes. Another tasty solution. We love legumes: lentil soup, hummus, beans. We add chickpeas to practically every savory meal. It's so good. If you are not accustomed to using legumes in your cooking, give them a try. You can use canned beans, though they often contain quite a bit of salt. Some legumes are prepared in no time, red lentils for example. Soy products also count, especially edamame and tempeh, but also soy milk and tofu. Legumes have so much love to give. The 10th cause of death attributable to diet is a diet high in trans fats. Trans fats are found in animal products and many processed foods, including processed plant foods. The recommended intake of trans fats is 0 grams. Following this recommendation does come with restrictions, in essence, eating a plant-based diet, and avoiding refined oils and everything with the term partially hydrogenated in its ingredients list. In the US, 0 grams trans fats listed on the nutrition facts label is not sufficient. It only means that one serving contains less than 0.5 grams of trans fats, a loophole in labeling regulations. If you want to avoid trans fats completely, make sure you understand the information provided in the ingredients list and nutrition facts label. Let's summarize. The deadliest chronic diseases are cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, cancer and lung diseases. Millions of deaths and hundreds of millions of healthy years of living are lost to these diseases, of which a large number are preventable. Most dietary risk factors follow the pattern diet low in something. Adding whole grains, fruits, nuts and seeds, vegetables, omega-3 fatty acids and legumes to your diet will immensely improve your health and lower your risk of death. Excessive sodium intake and trans fats intake follow the pattern diet high in something. So, use less salt during cooking and avoid high sodium foods like bread, cheese and all restaurant and fast food. To avoid trans fats, eat a plant-based diet and avoid refined oils and all foods with the term partially hydrogenated on the ingredients list, regardless of what the nutrition facts label says. Thank you so much for watching. Which steps do you plan to take to improve your diet and health in the future? Let us know in the comment section. See you in the next video.